Yo, friends, I am back. Kusog7ande is here. I hope you're all ready for some bad video games. I just need to make sure that I hide stuff. Okay, so that you don't get spoiled. And let me see, did I update Crappy for where he's gonna take us? Oh my gosh, this music is too emotional. I don't want to cry right now. It's too late, I'm crying. Thank you, Regula, for subscribing. Thank you, Maximum Dracula, for the follow. We've got Maximum Dracula here? Oh my gosh, that's the best amount of Dracula to have. I love that much. Oh my gosh. Hey, Skybills, good to see ya. Yeah. I know that you're here cheering for Author Blues, and that is going to be a lot of fun. We have some Kusog7ande All-Stars coming up, so let's go ahead and find out what we're gonna have. Yeah. Oh, I love those little nested dolls. They're adorable. I think that this person actually gave me a different icon at some point to update, but I forgot to do that. So let's go ahead and bring in the nasty boy, Corn Dan. Hey, Corn Dan. Corn Dan is giving out the game for match number 3 today.
I guess I am still nasty.
Yeah, I saw some of the pictures, but I didn't know which one to save, and then I forgot, and now you're just nasty.
So whatever, that's fine. That's probably appropriate for this particular game.
Yeah, chat, if you didn't know, Corn Dan has a bird feeder as well as a camera for the bird feeder. Awesome. It's so good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you.
Well, so how do you feel about cartoon games? You like cartoon games? I like cartoon games.
I don't no, most of them are really bad.
Well, this one is here. Let me describe.
I don't even know these characters. Okay, that's how bad this could possibly be.
They're like Hanna-Barbera, and they're like D-list at best. Let's be honest. So how do you feel about, things like up to jump and weapons you're going to accidentally utilize that have a limited time frame? And here, let me quote the playtester for this. Congratulations, you found a platformer that has everything I hate in platformers consolidated into one convenient package.
Okay, this sounds like a nightmare, and it also sounds like what I would expect from a freaking Hanna-Barbera cartoon everybody forgot about that got converted to a video game.
Well, and this is a hard match, right? I mean, it's a 17-point match. It's got NPC and Author Blues and Meta Knight, and poor Amazing Toaster is just along for the ride at this point in time.
Oh, Amazing Toaster has never done this well, and thus has not been quite punished like this, and I'm really excited.
So I have Pixie Dixie for the Amiga.
Yeah. What does that mean? I don't know. It's featuring Mr. Jinks.
It is. It's featuring Mr. Jinks.
Who the flippin' crap is Mr. Jinks? This cat. That's all I can tell you. That's all I know.
He wants to turn Mises. He hates Mises to pieces.
Same. They're gross. Well, not all of them. Some mice are cute. Some mice are like, well maintained. Mice.
These are all like everything here is annoying. Now, here's the game. The game's short, but miserable. So we're gonna score attack this, right? Because the better you do and the less you get hit and all of that, right? The more points and stuff you're gonna get.
Okay, good. Good.
And so, I didn't want them to only have like 20 minutes of fun. They need an hour of fun. And so we're just going to go by score attack. It's pretty analogous to actual progress.
Yeah, although I think, I've already heard the players, regretting that they're playing today. What console is this on? Is this DOS?
Amiga.
Oh, okay, Amiga. So what you're saying is that as soon as the game starts, I'm going to have to recapture, because that's what I always have to do with Amiga.
Probably.
I can do that, Corn Dan. I'll do that for you, Mr. Nasty Boy.
And once you get started, I'll have to step away so I can, check in on my pizza.
Oh my gosh. Justin just left. He's going and going to do a little bit of shopping, and he's getting some there's a place that has pizza pretzels where they take pretzels and just like put pizza toppings on top, and there's just so much cheese and the pretzels are very soft and it's amazing and I'm so excited. That's going to be my lunch, pizza pretzels. I don't hear any audio, and that sounds
There's not any audio, I think, on the screen.
Okay, let me poke Meta Knight real quick and see if we can get some. Yeah, thank you so much, Boogaloo, for the sub, for being here for a really long time. But then again, I've been here for a really long time.
There might be. Yeah, I'm going to load it up and we'll see if there's...
No, let me bother Meta Knight real quick. If I can get their name right, because some people have names, different names in every single place. Yeah.
It's... So Chad's asking, is this show ugly or is this just Amiga art? I mean, the show looks like a
Hanna-Barbera cartoon, so it's ugly.
It just looks like Hanna-Barbera cartoon, yeah. I mean...
Okay, I'm just waiting to see if we can hear something.
I mean, Oth is right. Play other audio, thank him later. He is not wrong.
I don't care. Play me some freaking...
I know.
I didn't like that. I don't know what that was. I also love not hearing anything, but seeing the audio meter go up on OBS, because that's usually a really bad sign.
I mean, it's some pretty annoying music. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot of is that cowbell or wood block?
I don't know.
It's one of those two things. It's cow block. We've got cow block playing here, okay, everybody? So what I need you to do is to get all of your... I don't even know. If you have mice, do you have mice emotes? Those are good. Cat emotes, they're pretty cool. Any keys or... Just spam whatever the crap you want, okay? I don't even care. But mice and cats especially, please spam those in chat because we are almost ready.
Punching gloves, magic wands.
Yeah. I see butts. I see someone saying, that's a good one. Oh, that's Johnny Bravo. I like him. Okay, keep them coming because I'm doing the countdown now. Best of luck to the players. Nobody is getting eliminated, for better or for worse. And we have 1 full hour. It's always nice to have some of these matches where we can just sort of punish people for existing because of how good they are.
Well, I couldn't give out NES games. I basically couldn't give out Genesis and Super Nintendo games because between Oth and NPC, they've played them.
Okay.
Right, so I had to go to like computer something. And I was playing this and it's awful. So what happened is Jinks the cat, right, placed a spell or whatever.
Jinx, how could you do that?
I know.
You naughty kitty, you. Don't worry, I will fix the capture a little bit so that it is not as jank as possible.
Anyway, so you find all of these, like, he casts a spell or whatever, I don't know, they tell you it's bad, I assume it's bad, and shred it into like 224 something sheets or something that you've got to go get.
That's a lot of sheets. It's like,
it is.
You remember on Final Fantasy VI when... you go to the auction house and you can buy part of the airship. It's like that.
No, those are 1/64th scale airships. They're toys. That is not 1/64th of an airship.
It says it's 1/64th of an airship.
It says it's 1/64th scale. It's like Hot Wheels scale airships.
Okay, I don't buy it. I tried to buy 64 of them to put the airship back together.
I know. Well, if you buy 64 Hot Wheels, you're not going to get an entire car.
You might. I don't know. I don't know how cars work. Everybody, was I just a dumb kid?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So this game, there's no iframes. Every time you touch stuff that hurts you, there's some noise and it cuts down on your health. It's bad.
Well, that's cool.
Right, there are doors, the doors that have like question marks, like something happens. It's not random, right? Like what happens, like the one that just went in now is like cheese. It gives you back some health.
I mean, I like cheese. I would go into the cheese room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all, don't lie. Y'all would go into the cheese room as well. You know it. Okay, there's the elevator. You push the button. It takes you somewhere. NPC found a mouse in a bottle.
Yep.
And then took
So
the
did Amazing
elevator away.
Toaster.
What do you do with that mouse? What the? This is a fever dream. This is why we're going by score, isn't it?
Partly.
Because I have no idea what the crap is even happening in this game.
Nobody else does either. It's fine. Well, there's like a 10-ton thing, right? It does damage to you. I'll be right back while I'm checking on my pizza.
Yeah. Go check on your pizza. Here we go. We've got a living room. Yeah, what the players are trying to do is get the highest score as possible. They are playing as Pixie. It appears that this game could possibly be a two-player game, but I feel like it's probably better that they are playing a single player. Right now, Author Blues has a decent score, but also has the only score that I can see so far. Okay. Author Blues just trying to get all mice. Ooh, that was close. Almost full mice. That was a hit to your points? Oh, geez. Every single time Author Blues tries this, if you don't get full mice, you lose 250 points. That room was the punishment room. I don't like the punishment room.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that?
You look at the punishment room. It's bad.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up to make sure that I'm probably really dumb, but I'm gonna look up the whole airship thing, okay, because I gotta find out if you are absolutely right. Okay, 1/1200, it's 1/1200 scale airship. Yep. It is indeed just a little tiny airship, which is cute, but dang it. I was pretty sure if you bought all of them, you would be able to get the airship. And, not if you bought it, all of them, because you weren't allowed to buy any of them. Because thank you, video games. Because the stupid little kid was like, Daddy, buy me the piece of the airship. Well, I thought it was a piece, but I thought this kid just really liked, preservation of old, broken airships.
No,
but,
it's like a Hot Wheels, airship.
well, okay, fine. So right now, I'm really not completely sure how well the players are going to do, because we've seen scores go up, we've seen scores go down, we've seen NPC with 16,500 points. Eating cheese now. Cheese is good. I like the cheese room. This is a fever dream. I kind of like it.
Right, like we have seen basically everything there is. There's no more other play than this. You know?
Yeah. Okay, here. Let me go ahead and share this. This is why I thought it was airship that they were selling at the auction house, okay? I got it sent to me so that I can show that I'm not absolutely nuts, because I played the original game, okay? And this is what they showed. Okay? 1/1200th of an airship. Okay, so think, you are a child and you see this at the auction house. What do you think that means? It means that you need to do this 1,200 times, and Daryl's airship will come back. See? I thought they were just selling pieces of Daryl's airship. But I didn't have the patience to do that 1,200 times. That's a lot.
So, when you heard the little ringing bell, that's right telling you your power is active. It's super easy to accidentally do it.
Okay, how do you activate your power?
It's up and button. And then magic is down and button.
That's not good. I like this music. It's good.
As you should.
Like, you said that it was going to be annoying. It's fine. I think each of these, like, weird bags of stuff in the house, by the way, that Amazing Toaster is going through, it has the number 250 on it. I assume that's
250 points.
That's significant.
And you can kind of see their progress, right, when they're on the, like, we'll call it level select for the lack of, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? There's that, piece of paper, like, with a number underneath it.
Okay.
That's how many they have left to get.
Well, there we go. Amazing Toaster has 25,750 points. That's pretty significant. So do you want the number to go up or down? You have failed! Ha-ha!
The number will go down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Wolf is saying that's a lot of collectibles, and if that's how many collectibles are in the stage or in the game,
that is how many. How many are in the game? It's
brilliant. The ow sounds, I love it. Ow, ow, ow. Boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, cha. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just eating this up.
Yeah, that's fine. We've basically eaten or seen all the game. There are keys you can find. There are key doors in every in every thing. There's a red key, a blue key, and like a white key, and you have to have the appropriate key to get in.
Yeah, like I see the keys down at the bottom of Author Blue's screen. Has he collected them, or are those empty keyholes?
Those are the empty, like, key pegs. Like, you can see where it just passed up where it said key in, like, a gray, like, welcome mat.
Yeah.
Right. That's, so you know what key you need.
Well, Mally, the alley cat. Okay, was that a reference to... I think there was an Aristocats reference in there, so that's cool.
There could be.
Yeah. So this is Pixie and Dixie featuring Mr. Jinks for Amiga. I fixed it on the layout. It said DOS before, but no, this is Amiga. This is 100% Amiga.
Yep, it's only Amiga and Atari ST from what I could find.
Really? Okay. I mean, that's not too surprising. Yep. Yeah, from what I can see, the show originally aired back in, what does it say, 1958?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, and they thought that they should bring it back because it lasted us a whole 3 years. Okay, yeah, the show lasted for 3 years, and apparently that was important enough to be made into a game on the Amiga.
Look, roughly at this point in time, like Hanna-Barbera licenses were like candy, right? Like everybody had them. I probably had a license to make Hanna-Barbera games as a kid. It wouldn't surprise me anyway. And so on the Amiga and DOS, really for that matter, you know, where you could get a cheap license. Excuse me. And like people knew like Scooby-Doo and stuff like this, right? You know, like you had this really kind of interesting thing that, you know, in the 80s and 90s, right? Yeah. You could get parents to buy this, like, oh, I remember Scooby-Doo as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. And there were probably, I imagine some people in the 80s and 90s were like, oh, geez, I loved this show as a kid. And nobody else remembers it. Yeah, nobody remembers it, so we gotta share it with them again. And you know what? It wasn't on the air anymore, so they couldn't go and like check to see if the show was actually any good or if it was just nostalgia.
Hanna-Barbera was just like, yeah.
Turns out
Hanna-Barbera was just like giving out license like no problem.
Yeah. But yeah, the other game made by this company, Alternative Software, it looks like they made a game called Daylight Robbery, so that's cool. Very similar to what the mice are. I imagine the mice, you know, they're stealing stuff from this house. Not saying the people don't deserve it, but they're definitely
I think they live there.
Wait, you think this is their house?
Well, yeah, I mean, look at all these little little mouse hole doors.
Well, I think they they definitely don't poop in that bathroom. Are you kidding me? You do not poop on a toilet that big.
Well,
it's huge.
I didn't say that it also wasn't somebody else's house.
Oh, okay.
But clearly they've put in enough effort, right? You can prove that they have tenancy.
Oh, are they squatters? Is that what you're saying here? They might be squatters.
No, I'm saying they're month-to-month tenants.
Oh, geez, I wonder how much the rent is there.
Probably free.
Yeah, that's a good point. Honestly, like, free rent, good rent. Heck. Like, I don't know if I'd be willing to go live in a hole in somebody's wall, but if it's free, I actually paid rent to live in someone's closet once. Come on. It wasn't a lot of rent, but, you know, I still paid rent. Yes, I literally lived in somebody's closet. It was great. Actually,
you were in the closet?
Well, I was not in the closet during that time, no. But... like, I had a friend who just, like, didn't have another bedroom, but kind of did want people to live there, and I was able to just put down, like, multiple blankets on the floor, and it was big enough that I could just, like, stretch out in it. It was very comfy, and, like, if you wanted it to be completely dark, compared to any other room in the apartment, you could do that in the closet and just, like... oh my gosh. It was actually really comfy. So yeah, that was back before I started grad school. It was good.
Just got a blue key, I believe.
Yeah. I hear a lot of noises on Meta Knight screen. Is that the ability noise?
That's the ability noise. That's the stop time ability noise.
I'm getting tired of this. This music is starting to wear on me a little bit. It's too happy. I don't want to be happy. I mean, like, I want to be happy, but I don't want to be like, hee hee, sunshine and rainbows, da 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 da. And you can all blame somebody named Malcolm Franks who did this music. I don't know if Malcolm Franks worked on anything else, but like I would say this is somewhat acceptable. It's fine. The music's decent. It's just a game that nobody really asked for and nobody really needed. But for Amiga like, what do you think about, like, compared to Amiga standards? How does this fit? Is this okay?
I mean, I'll tell you what. It's not good. It feels like early sort of Amiga, right? It feels like there's a lot of things on this that are not done well, right? They took one concept and went with it because that was all they had, right? Let's go into doors and find things, right? It's kind of all they had.
Yeah.
On a license that nobody really remembers.
True.
Right, with one music thing that, you know, like one track that's all they've got, so they have to keep going around it all, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like Peak Amiga.
Yeah, like, it could be worse, but I'd also say, like, the enemy designs are very sort of stereotypically, like boring. They just move like left and right or up and down. That's all.
Yep, everything is like, that's what I said. It's like very simple, no budget.
This like
we spent all of our budget trying to replicate Hanna-Barbera.
But this couldn't have been made in the US. Like, Amiga was very large in Europe, and honestly, with the enemy design here, I can almost guarantee that this was a European developed game somewhere. Like, I'd put money on this being a UK game, but anywhere in Europe is something that I would expect as well. But it's hard to find much information about this game at all. Like,
trust me, I looked.
It exists.
Right? Like, usually Halls of Light, which is kind of like this sort of big Amiga database, right?
Yeah.
Usually has like really good information on Amiga games. Like, that's where I go if I want to find out like any information on Amiga stuff. Because inevitably they're going to have it even if nobody else does, right?
I found a little bit about the company. They were based in Castleford in Yorkshire, England. So there we go. They specifically focused, I think, early on the Spectrum and C64. So yeah, this was a UK game. The Alternative Software is the company that published it. I don't know about Vision Designs. I'm going to crack down on this, and we're going to find this out, okay? We're going to do some research, because this company also published other Hanna-Barbera games like Huckleberry Hound and Hollywood Capers, which was developed by Quex Development. I don't know what Quex is, but there you go. Dinosaur Detective Agency, that sounds like a blast. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Pinball.
I've played that. I played that recently.
Okay. Was it any good?
Not really.
Okay. Was it just average?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Good job, they made an average pinball game. Guess what? Everybody's made an average pinball game. Making a good pinball game is hard. Making a bad pinball game, somehow even harder. But it's very easy to make something that's average.
I bet I can make a bad pinball game in VPX. I bet I could do it.
What's VPX? Oh, the virtual pinball.
Visual pinball.
Yeah, Donkey Kong has been making some pinball tables.
Donkey Kong does some really good work with that.
Yeah, y'all, if you haven't seen the Shovel Knight pinball table that Donkey Kong, our GM, has made, you need to go and check that out, because it's really good. And apparently he made a Watchman game, which...
Watchman 1 is excellent.
I've heard is fantastic.
If I didn't know that Donkey Kong was the one who made it, right? Like, legitimately, I would assume that it was a professional... like adaptation that, you know, Stearns or somebody did as like or Jersey Jacks did as like a, you know, limited release, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's my assumption, you know, that's how good it is.
It's really good. It's honestly impressive what some people in the community do. And, you know, Donkey Kong does that just for fun, which I think is good. You don't need to turn every hobby into a career. It's good to be able to have something that you can do well, but that's just something that you do for fun. So, yeah, it's freaking fantastic. Some people are extremely skilled in the community. By the way, somebody is saying that Author Blues' HP scares them. Yep, there we go. Author Blues has failed. Why. Amazing Toaster currently has 0 points. But that is a pretty decent high score for Author Blues, 43,500. I don't know what it is compared to others. NPC Lives at 42,750. Remember, this is a score attack. This is not trying to see who can beat the game, because can you beat this game?
I mean, yes, it is beatable. Novasol did beat it. The long play is about 20 minutes.
Oh. So this game, if you're not going for a score attack, is a little bit shallow.
Well, even going for a short score attack kind of is, right? I mean, because it's essentially like only things that give you progress, give you points.
Okay.
Right? I think beating up some of the enemies do as well.
Yeah.
And so score is kind of a good prerogative for progress. There's definitely some ways of going through that are, you know, a little bit, you know, there's a little bit of stuff in here that you can get.
Oh no. The company that published this also published Dalek Attack, and I know that game. It's one that
I actually kind of like that game.
Okay, they made Bangers and Mash. How about that? That sounds like a good game. I want to play that.
Like at least Dalek Attack, right? You know, took like a you know, platform, whatever, themed it for Doctor Who, but it kind of worked.
Okay.
Right. I mean, and I'm gonna say that kinda, right, in the best of ways, right? It's not perfect, you know.
No, it's not. It also doesn't seem like it's a game that like you would play for a very long time.
But and it's also not a game that you know, like, it's not trying to tell you anything that it's not. Right, it's a Doctor Who platformer. That's all it is.
It's a platformer? I thought that it was just an auto-scroll, like a space shooter. What?
Dalek Attack? No, we've had it on Kusog7ande.
Again, I thought it was an auto-scroller.
Oh.
What the crap?
Part of it is, but not all of it is.
Okay. I guess maybe I just saw the auto-scroller part most of the time during Kusog7ande. Whatever. Welcome, everybody, to... I have a very limited amount of memory storage in my brain, and unfortunately, the second platforming section of Dalek Attack didn't get in there. Welcome to my life. Well, we are 25 minutes into this, and right now I don't know what the personal bests are, but NPC is high up there with 52,000 points in this current attempt.
Yep.
And Meta Knight is getting close to the 50,000 point range as well.
I mean, this is one of those games that, like, once you get in, I expect to hear Stockholm Syndrome from whoever wins. Oh, this wasn't that bad. Right. But it is. Like, they're making it look pretty good.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is, nobody is gonna go home today. You know,
I mean,
everybody.
Yeah. Aren't they all already home though?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Everyone's still in the tournament.
Oh yeah, I know. I always say that as well, and then other people make fun of me because I say that. So I gotta take my chance, Corndan. I gotta just try. Gotta tell the jokes.
I've heard you have no idea how corn works.
Oh, shut up. I know all about corn. I was just lying. Yeah, I don't know how corn works, okay? Don't test me.
I mean, I think it works the same way magnets do.
That doesn't even make any sense. There's like zero correlation. Author Blues opening a door and getting a 10-ton weight.
No,
so wait, are all the doors random then? What you get when you go in them?
No.
Oh.
Nope. Everything is procedural.
Okay, so they're all set.
Yep.
By procedural, you mean like
they're set. There's no RNG.
Okay, gotcha. People are asking if corn is a grass, and my understanding is that yes. Technically, it's a grass. Like it's just really tall grass. There are really tall natural grasses in the U.S. that unfortunately don't really exist in a lot of places these days because everybody was like, we can't see through this, and it's kind of scary. Like, what's in the grass? Could be like a big cat or something.
Could be anything. It could even be corn.
Could be corn. Gotta burn it down. And they'd burn down all the grass. Yeah. Honestly, you know, Americans were really good at sort of shooting themselves in the foot back in the 1800s. Let's burn down all the high grass. Let's kill all the buffalo. Let's just do all of it. Well, I guess they were trying to sabotage other people, too. So, yeah, but it still feels like, you know, let's go ahead and just take ourselves down with them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the freaking voice acting there.
At like 54,000. So NPC is like way in the lead.
Seriously, the voice line almost sounds like it's just a line from the show played backwards because I can't understand what he's saying when you start the game. It's almost like Twin Peaks level of voices there, like, you know? I hate Mises to pieces. Okay, fine. I guess chat can understand.
I can understand.
I don't understand 50s slang, okay? It doesn't register with me. Paul is dead? Yeah, I know about Paul is dead. Yeah. And then...
I'll be right back, because I gotta cut a pizza.
Oh my gosh, Corn Dad, you're making me hungry.
Well, you can make your own pizza if you wanted.
No, I gotta watch this. And also, Justin's bringing food home. It's gonna be fine. So here we are, 30 minutes into the match. Remember, this is a score attack. All of the players here, though, have done particularly well in Kusog7ande, taking first and second. And because of that, there will be no eliminations for the players as far as I'm aware. Let me just make sure that I'm not lying. Yeah, Amazing Toaster, NPC Lives Midnight, and Author Blues all have 17 points. And in order to move on to round 4, you have to end with at least 19 points. So I guess technically if one of them rage quit right at this moment, they'd be out. But other than that, no, they're pretty solid. They're moving forward. Mystery to Me says that this music is eroding what little sanity I have left. And you know what? I feel like I've sort of done a wraparound to like being sort of okay with it. What I'm not okay with is like the really loud bass hit. But I still have everything in my settings balanced so that it's not going to get too loud for you. If for some reason there's some weird loud hooting, it's limited to a certain volume. So don't worry too much. Also, PG Chan, thank you for the resub. Bigfoot's Ghost, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate all of the support that is going on here. With the group stages, we don't give out prizes, but we do when we get to the actual bracket. All of your subscriptions and stuff, people who are on Patreon and who send tips through PayPal, all of that helps to keep me fed and to help cover any of the prices for the prizes. So thank you all for all of the help that you have given to the stream. After all, this is the 7th year. I'd like to up things as much as possible, and as long as people keep supporting, it makes me able to do that. So thank y'all so much. Oh no, it's fragile. The boxes are so fragile because they've got sugar and tea.
Why not?
And coffee. No, wait, okay, 2 sugar boxes, 1 tea, 1 coffee, 2 fragile.
Yeah.
Maybe they had, tea sets. I mean, that would make sense. Maybe they're shipping fragile. If it wasn't for them, we'd be able to get rid of fragile.
I mean, depends on the tea set. My tea set is not fragile. I wouldn't want to break it and ship it unprotected, but it's not fragile. Well, I guess one of them is. The other one is not.
Yeah, we've got a lot of very durable dishes where, if somebody came and attacked me, I could probably use quite a few of these dishes as an effective weapon. Not only a one-time use weapon, but I imagine they would withstand a few hits. Every year there's what's called Summerfest here, which is essentially a bunch of artists coming and showing off what they made, and people can buy stuff. And we usually buy some pottery and some mugs and stuff. And yeah, some of this stuff, freaking amazing. In combat, I might chip some of these dishes, but they're gonna last for quite a while. And if I chip them, it's pottery. You're gonna get stabbed.
My teapot, right? I could murder somebody with.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's cast iron.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. You could do that. Oh my gosh, you make me.
I have a Japanese cast iron teapot.
Yeah, I think we've got one of those as well. We do. Yeah.
I really love it.
They're so cool, but they're also very heavy and
they're pricey.
They'll withstand the apocalypse. That's what I gotta say about that. Yeah, other than that, it's... What am I thinking?
I just need to get more I need to get fancy tea to go in it.
Yeah, what tea? What tea? We could get you... I don't know.
I was drinking Rubios out of it for a good while, and that was nice.
I think I've had that. I think it's tasty. I'm not as much of a tea fan as some other people are. I mean, heck, I grew up in Utah, so we weren't even allowed to drink tea for a long time.
I mean, I drink it at work over coffee. We have a Keurig and stuff at work, and that's fine. But I've got a French press at work, so I just use it for tea.
Ooh. Okay. A French press for tea, but...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're doing loose leaf tea, that makes sense. Okay.
I am, usually.
Gotcha. I hear a lot of pain. By the way, NPC has made it up to 80,000 points at this point. Yeah. So that's a significant amount of progress here.
Yep.
Other people only drink herbal tea. A fascinating thing for those who are in the unawares here in Utah, Mormonism is big, and Mormons don't drink coffee or tea, but they're allowed to have herbal tea, so they'd be able to have what you have, Beelzebub.
I also have the most adorable tea diffuser, right? If I'm only just going to make enough for a single cup.
Yeah. Oh, but Herbal Grey is so good. Herbal Grey, Earl Grey, whatever.
I have a Loch Ness Monster teacup or tea diffuser.
That's I think we might have a Loch Ness Monster one as well. Wow. I vaguely recall something like that. Also, why is this plate with a knife and a fork trying to kill NPC? Like, one of them is very passive about it, just staying on the wall, but this other one just up and down, and then the pot of tea looked very angry as well. Meta Knight pushing the buttons to go up multiple floors to the 4th floor. Is that where all the goods are?
I think that's where some of the keys are.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I still feel weird, like, talking about tea because, like, it was forbidden for so long. I still know, like, there are people in my family who have never had, like, green or black tea or coffee ever. And so it's just, it's Utah's weird, man. Utah's weird. But I guess, like, a lot of religions, like, you know, Hindu, if you're Hindu, you probably haven't had pork. I mean, that's just sort of the reality of things. It's completely fine. It's just tea and coffee are sort of counterculture here in Utah, and it's a really weird thing to be counterculture with.
You know, I mean, if you think about what culturally is going right, you know, Utah's sort of culture, right? That is kind of counterculture, and that's okay.
Yeah. It's just, you know, other people are like, yeah, let's go ahead and, like, we're gonna have, what's like super counterculture? I'm gonna go ahead and wear a
But you know what else is
bikini.
counterculture in Utah?
What?
Drinking Coke normally instead of dirty Coke.
Oh my gosh, I hate that dirty Coke is a thing here. Okay, people, let me tell you, Utah has a sugar problem, and what's become really popular here is soda shops, and I mean a little bit closer to what you would think of, like it feels like the 50s, because soda shops existed all over the place in the 50s. The big difference, though, was that soda shops there would actually like have their own sort of custom-made soda. Soda shops in Utah, it's like, hey, let's go ahead and take a popular soda that you want, and like Sprite or Coke, and then we're gonna go ahead and put more syrups into them. Yeah, flavored syrup. Dump them in. You want, and yeah, it essentially is what, like, a child would think would be the coolest soda in the world, and that's what Utah has. And there are soda shops like that all over the place here in Utah. Like, essentially, Utah has a huge sugar problem, and I wouldn't be too surprised if Utah becomes, like, a huge place, like one of the biggest places for diabetes in the future, because that much sugar is just not good. Yeah, people are saying it sounds disgusting. It is, but if you have had a high quantity of sugar for a long time, it honestly, like, it's not as vomitous as most people think now, because, you know, you're used to having that much sugar. It's just a lot of sugar. And yeah, people are saying sugar is addictive. It definitely is. It's something that is also generally, like, widely available, but it's also one of the substances that we know will cause long-term problems if you have a lot of it. It's like, you know, there are a few things that you can go ahead and argue that they may or may not cause problems, but we know sugar causes health problems.
Yep.
Like that one, 100%, okay? And yet, what is more controversial, sugar or MSG, which actually doesn't cause problems? Yeah. Anyways, bloody blah. My point is that don't go to the sugar shops and the soda shops in Utah and support that crap, because it's just going to give you a sugar headache. Oh, someone is saying MSG, it causes problems for some people. There may be, like, I haven't looked into, like, edge cases, but in general, it's not nearly as much of a problem as people had made. Honestly, people were afraid of MSG, mostly because of racist reasons, that it was largely associated with Chinese food. Yeah, that... Yay! Yay, what happens when people don't have wide access to research on the internet? You turn out to hate something because of very subtle racism. But with that said, these mice who are running around here, I don't know, they're eating cheese. Cheese is probably healthy for a mouse. I don't know. What is the best thing for mouse's diet?
Mouse food, I'm sure.
What is mouse food?
I don't know. But NPCs literally at this point of there are papers in rooms, papers and points in rooms that NPC hasn't been able to visit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Dowolf, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you that there is a little bit more nuance than we hate it, or people, like, we're afraid of MSG because of racism. It's also because it sounds like a chemical. And, oh no, anything that sounds scientific is scary. Fear of science and fear of other cultures, that is essentially what caused people to hate MSG. The actual research it's mostly fine.
But it's like anything else, you might be sensitive to it, right? I know people who are.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Right? Some people might be allergic to it, right? I mean, that's absolutely a possibility. Right? Like everything else.
Oh no, people are mentioning MSG did kill a member of the Teen Girl Squad. That actually did happen. So I guess that's true. Teen Girl Squad and Homestar Runner, one of them got MSG'd and their stomach lining was dead and they died. Yeah, so cool.
That is true.
That was a big tragedy, but honestly, it was a very isolated incident. I feel bad. Wasn't that the ugly one who died via MSG?
Probably.
I feel like it was.
Oh no! Oh no!
You have failed! No! That was such a good score, NPC, and still, there's so much more to explore. 90,000 points! But look, Amazing Toaster is at 71,000 and is unfortunately doing the minigame that just punishes you. I hate that minigame. It sucks. Okay, Meta Knight currently at 54,000. I think Amazing Toaster may be in second, although I haven't seen Author Blues' score for a long time.
Well, let's check. We'll see Author Blues' score here.
Okay, 52,000.
And that's Oz high score. But if you look at Oz health, like Oz is being pretty good about this, right? And being pretty methodical.
Yeah.
So, right, you also have 15 minutes left. NPC is probably not going to get back to where they were at. I mean, for kind of obvious reasons.
Yeah. Honestly,
but like 92,000, something like that, is a huge watermark.
Corndan, I have to say that, like, I always voice how much I hate collectathons. And this is, like, more of a collectathon than most collectathons. And yet, somehow, I think I like this more than most collectathons. And I hate...
Well, it doesn't pretend to be anything else.
No, this game, what you're doing is you're collecting a lot of papers. And that really upsets me that, like, I can tolerate this more than the typical collectathon. But yeah, like, I think that collectathons that try to disguise that that's what they are the worst. And I just need them out of my life. Don't pretend. You're just a freaking collectathon. And it's fine. And at least, like, in this game, at least there are more rooms to explore. At least there are little mini games thrown into the middle of it. Sure, whatever. I don't really want to play this, but I can go ahead and just say that it's a game that is a collectathon, and that was the idea. There you go. I don't know.
Yep.
What do the paint cans say? VL?
Don't know.
I don't know. Underscore Fishy, thank you for subscribing. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I hope everybody really likes grabbing pieces of paper because we've got another 13 minutes of this. And I've already had a rant about MSG. You don't know what's going to come next, okay? Simply put, there's not a lot to talk about in this game other than, oh, Amazing Toaster got another piece of paper. Going for another piece of paper.
Where are we at now with 15 minutes left, right? Is where, you know, the attempt they're on now is basically going to be whatever their high score and watermark is, right?
Yeah, restarting now would probably, like, it could be devastating. Like, they really should be making their final push and conserving health right now. There's not a timer. So just keep going.
So what we should be watching is where everybody's getting to, right? Amazing Toaster's at 76,250. I believe that to be second place right now.
Meta Knight is currently at 65,750, and that's pretty good.
And Opta's at 58,250, and all three of those could surpass where NPC was.
Yeah, NPC got up to 90,000. Like, that, it was a really good score. I don't know if it's good enough to win, but at the same time, NPC could also come back and, you know, make a significant amount of progress here and get a new high score. I don't know if that's going to happen, but...
I don't think it's going to happen, but...
Unless there's, like, one mystery minigame that gives tons of points. Oh my gosh. Do 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 do. Okay, I am hypnotized now, Corndan. We had, like, every once in a while, you just gotta have the, like, long pause in commentary or any type of discussion because you gotta get your brain back. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's back. I've recovered my brain. Oh, no.
I'm glad you got your brain back while I was drinking cherry soda.
Oh, my gosh. Time Stalker in chat says that they kind of want to play this.
Look, I mean, as far as games and stuff go, it's a benign game.
Yeah, it seems like you have to get used to Amiga platforming controls, which guess what? This very much appears to be a game that as soon as you're in the air, you lose control.
It's very much dedicated jumps, triangle jumps, and up to jump.
Yeah, and also...
all in one package.
Also, if you hold jump, you auto jump, which is something that a lot of people who enter the tournament, especially the younger folk, are not quite used to the auto fire style of jump that was very common on the Amiga and the Commodore 64. So, like, I would say that this would probably be a fairly benign way to get experience with some styles of old school platformers. You know, you might suffer a little bit, but it's honestly a pretty decent way to, like, help teach yourself, you know, there are some places that have obvious platforms. There are some places that don't. How do I deal with this specific type of control scheme? Just practicing this would probably be a decent way to learn some of the basics for old school platforming. And you're not going to fall to your death, so that's also a nice thing, you know? Amazing Toaster is starting to get to the point, though, where he's taking a lot of damage and may end up getting a game over soon. I mean, especially with the cat. No, go away, kitty cat. Go away. Oh, that's a game over. You have failed. But let's see what the final score is here. 81,000. That is enough to have a solid second place until Meta Knight passes him in just a little bit.
It's a tenuous second at best right now.
I mean, okay, tenuous. What? Oh, solid until it's liquid, you know? It's. Then again, Author Blues is also making a really good push. Like, Author Blues has a decent strategy here, conserving health until he could possibly make his way into first place. Now, the players don't know how the others have done. Like, because of that, you know, there's just really focusing, how do I manage to make this attempt the most successful attempt that I've had? In Author Blues, slow and deliberate. And for this game, I think that is the best approach, because your score does not get punished based off of how long you take in each of these rooms. Instead, it's just, you know, get the bags, keep your health, make sure you don't die. Meta Knight went into a room that had a big weight. Does that damage you?
Yes.
Well, okay, don't go in that room then.
But, well, Meta Knight's kind of at the point, right, where you're starting to look for everything, like, am I going to find something else in those question mark rooms that's going to give me points?
Yeah.
Right, I mean, that's a valid...
It's a valid strategy.
You've got like 7 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
You know, what can you do to...
This is the score destroying room, unfortunately. And here's the deal. It doesn't really matter if you lose points for your high watermark, because you already said it. But, you know, it's going to make it harder for Meta Knight to have more points coming up in a little bit.
And if nothing else right now, like, even if you get by with it, right, like, it just wastes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does. I'm really interested in seeing what happens in the next few minutes, though. Like, this could be a surprisingly close ending. By the way, I apologize. I do have food. I'm going to try to not make, like, noises into the microphone.
I had food. It was homemade pizza. It was delicious.
I've got a pretzel with pizza toppings. Oh, it smells so good.
Sausage pizza. It was good.
Yeah, I'm going to need a napkin for this, though. Aha! There's a napkin. I mean, a paper towel, but whatever. Paper towels and napkins, basically the same. But I also need to, like, start getting stuff ready, because we've got one more match for the weekend, everybody, and then Kuso's done for a whole little while.
For, like, a week.
1 week. That's right. I mean, unless we have stuff in the middle of the week. Sponsored by
Kusog7ande
pizza.
could be sponsored by pizza.
Yeah, if any of you work for Big Pizza, hit me up, okay?
I mean, I am definitely small pizza. You know, I mean, we baked and made the pizza ourselves.
Oh, yeah, Corndan is Big Pizza. I'm happy. I want you to be Big Pizza.
Nah, too much work.
Fine, whatever. You don't want to take down Pizza Hut? Pizza Hut is just a sad excuse for pizza, okay?
I mean, but I can't get Pizza Hut in my town even if I wanted to.
Good. It's dumb. It's not even good.
In theory, I could order Domino's. I could get Domino's from, like, the edge of town.
Domino's is, like,
over.
average at best. Like, it's fine. whatever.
Right. And there's a couple of places in town that make really amazing pizza that aren't that much more expensive than Domino's.
Yeah.
So
we've got some really good pizza places here as well.
You know, why wouldn't I go get from them? And I do. And oh, look at how close this is between Auth and Meta Knight. There's 500 points different. That, like, Auth's health is getting low. Meta Knight's health is low.
Yeah, this is really close between the two. Like, nobody's getting eliminated, but honestly, you do not want to come in fourth. That means that you would have to come in first for the next match. Whoever takes first during this match,
I mean, Auth moved into second place. Right, and there's like 3.5 minutes left. Auth could absolutely 100% get into first.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to turn out to be an exciting end. It's going to be close, I think.
Ooh, Author Blues is in a room that has cheese. That is helpful. A full heart.
That is health.
Nice.
And the diamond pickup, right? That's just points. Right, so I mean, Auth is in a good room here. I mean, that was a lot of points. That was a lot of points in that room.
Up to 85,000. Like, this is about 5,000 away from NPC. It is super close. Meta Knight at 84,000.
Yep. I mean, it's going to be close between.
I'm going to go ahead and refresh
Amazing Toaster
each of the streams here.
Amazing Toaster is going to get fourth.
Oh, Amazing Toaster, I love you. Like, you have done,
but not because Amazing Toaster did a bad job. Amazing Toaster did an amazing job. Amazing Toaster just happened to be.
It's just, you're going, like, here's the deal. NPC Lives has won Kusog7ande before. Author Blues has been a strong contender. Meta Knight has been a strong contender in the past. Amazing Toaster always struggled, but has done super well this tournament. I would not feel bad coming fourth in this group, you know? I'd be like, I did.
And I felt bad because Amazing Toaster was like, well, I need a match for this weekend, right? Because I got some stuff going on. You know, in the next couple of weeks, I want to get it done. I'm like, okay, right? Only 5 people with 17 points signed up.
Well, there aren't a whole lot of people who have 17 points either.
No,
like, it's
absolutely.
a small group.
So I legitimately just like rolled a die and went, okay, you're the one who's out of the other 4.
Meta Knight is currently in second now by about 500 points.
By 500 points.
Yeah, welcome to video games, everybody. This is intense. Okay, we've got less than a minute and a 500-point difference, and Meta Knight is currently scoring points, and Author Blues just needs to get some. But that is
it's
a game
a lot
over.
more.
You have failed.
We're gonna be set. We're gonna be set. That's how it is.
Author Blues takes third place. Meta Knight now. Do you have enough? Like 30 seconds to move into first. Otherwise, NPC takes the victory here.
I don't think so. But
I don't think
it's gonna
so.
Be close.
Yeah. Ow. Ow, indeed.
Ow.
Just shove yourself into a room. Oh.
I mean, the easiest way I think about. Yeah, you need like 3,000 points, which you could get in like a room. It's not going to happen.
Nope. This is the end of the match, everybody. And that is time. Kusog7ande, match 3 out of 4 on Sunday in the books. And NPC Lives takes the victory. Let's bring NPC in if he wishes to come and chat. Yeah, spam those Tims, everybody. Share all of the Tims. If you're just a follower, you have access to the Tim emote. You are welcome to use that. Holy crap. This was such a good match. Cornden, every once in a while we have a game that's just really, really bad and dumb and ends up being much closer than it has any right to be, and that's what this game was.
Yeah.
And I'm welcoming NPC in to come and chat because first is NPC Live, second Mennonite 3000 by 200 point, actually maybe a little bit more.
It was like 2,000.
Okay, 2,000, but like it was so close. Mennonite only 3,000 points away from how NPC did. Amazing Toaster coming in fourth, definitely had a lower score, but honestly, he was going up against 3 legends here, and it's just... This was ridiculous. Hello, NPC. Congratulations. What the crap?
Can I just say I was scared because I felt like I learned everything on the second run through.
Okay.
But it was not going to be. I could not do the third run through fast enough to get to where I got to the first. To
You
my
tried. You
score.
actually got a lot closer than I thought you were going to.
Yeah.
I am shocked too, but I knew that I wasn't going to get up there. But yeah.
Yeah, NPC, like, we
First,
were...
let me shut off this music.
You want to stop the music? Yeah, I think that is fair enough. Amazing Toaster is saying that he started taking notes too late. I have to ask, did you take notes while you were playing?
Yes, I did. I started writing down where all the keys and the gates look, the key locations, the key
That's a good
locations
call.
and the doors. I wrote them down, but in the end, it really didn't matter for one. Well, no, for one main reason.
Yeah.
You know all those door collectibles?
Yes.
They open doors in random parts of the level. So no matter what, if I kept collecting those doors, there was still going to be parts I was going to have to try to explore.
Yeah.
That's what I was figuring out, because it's like when you're blind playing these games, you're trying to understand, why is this noise making the noise? Why is the noise making the noise? Stop making the noise. You're an annoying noise.
Bad noise.
Please stop.
Avoid the noise.
Yeah, I also found out that if you stop time, you take damage still.
Wait,
Yep.
really?
I think so.
I don't
anyway.
like that. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not a big fan of that idea there. But yeah, like, it's really cool. I haven't talked to too many people about, like, the whole strategy of taking notes so that you remember, like, so that you don't have to think. You just get to go and go back to where you'd been before, collect the keys that you had. Were all the keys up on the 4th floor? I know there were some keys up on the 4th floor, but I don't remember where they all were. I didn't take notes.
The first floor had blue, the 3rd floor had orange, and the 4th floor had gray.
Okay. So that's how the floors were distributed.
That's what my notes say.
Gotcha. Yeah. With that said, let's talk about the quality of the game as a whole. What did you think of this game?
I enjoyed it.
You know,
I want to finish it. I want to finish it.
I knew NPC when I was giving this out, right? Like, this was a tough challenge, and I decided to just take it because at this point in time, right, it's a match with NPC and 90 and Author Blues. Like, you can't hand out, like, basically Super Nintendo games. You can't hand out NES games. You can't hand out, you know, a lot of stuff in that era that, like, I normally would, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta go out with all the big. You gotta throw out the big guns. I was like, you know what? I bet none of them have played an Amiga game.
Now, Chad, I have to say that you can't give those out, not because it's illegal, just because they have probably played all of those.
Yeah, I have played a considerable amount of NES,
Yeah,
so
it's definitely a decent assumption that these players who have played a whole lot of old school games probably are going to veto a million of your picks if you try to give them out. So that's the main reason, not because we legally can't give them out. It's just because that's, we want to give them a challenge, or not. We want to pick a game that they can actually play that they haven't played before.
Well, the thing is that the first game I got to veto, and I was like, thank goodness. Because I can't say the game, but
I was almost going to ask, and I'm glad I didn't.
No. I want Corn Dan to hold on to that card so other people can play it.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, it was basically the first time through. I tried to do it quickly and took a lot of hits, and then number one item of things that shouldn't be in platform. That one little pixel where you're supposed to jump on or try to figure out where you're supposed to jump on.
Yeah, there were a couple of rooms that were like that. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you can only do this if you jump on this one pixel and pray to God. Right.
Yes.
It's real rough. I think, right, the graphics were okay. The music kind of sucked in the end. Like, I wish it had more variety.
It was fine.
The controls were the big reason I handed it out. It's everything that's bad about platform games, right, in one go.
Yeah, I was saying that this would probably be a good way, like, for people to practice old school Commodore 64 and Amiga controls, because the game is not, like, intolerable, but it still definitely has a control scheme that a lot of people are not used to. And I still stand by that this would be a decent learn how to play games that control like this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
But one thing I did learn was that your feet is not a hitbox.
Nope.
And you can I learned that a little too late. Not that it really mattered because I was rushing through stuff. When I rushed and jumped through stuff, I wasn't taking damage, and I was like, oh, that would have been nice to know a lot earlier.
I think I would agree with you that that's a little, whatever.
I literally, when I was playing it, I literally just started jumping all the time, like to travel left and right, because I figured it was less likely if my feet were in the air and that was what was contacting, I wasn't going to take damage.
Yeah,
and you could even kind of jump through whoever the big cat is, but that's a pretty tight jump, and you're gonna take a little damage, but you're gonna try to avoid taking all the damage. Which is why I skipped trying to figure out that room until I had finished all the rest of the room during my second playthrough, because I was like, I don't want to die just yet. I want to still get a higher score if possible.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say, NPC, you took the victory here. Justin, don't try to steal my pizza pretzel. No.
I don't. You took the victory, but everybody else didn't fail. You just did slightly better.
Yeah, that's essentially what everybody who played today should take away. Don't feel bad if you didn't win, because this was one of the closest matches that we have had during the tournament. And between Author Blues and Meta Knight, there was a lot of flip-flopping right towards the end there. It was great.
Can I tell you what this made me think of? And Corn Dan can also attest to this. This was kind of when I had to play Cliffhanger against Nighty and Reign of Soten, who are both they're both excellent players.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when you start getting into rounds 3 and 4, inevitably things like that happen.
Yeah.
And it was like the slightest. I had gotten on a row, and that was the only reason why I won. With I can't remember how Rain and Nighty did, but they were like so flipping close. And I'm just like, when you get to this level, it's just you have to really be good.
Like, you do your best, and if you don't win, that's okay. Like, because guess what? Only one person wins, and when, you're playing against the legends, only one legend gets to come out on top. But who knows? Maybe one of them will be able to get revenge against you in the bracket. We'll have to see.
Yep,
You're probably going to make it there, though, it looks like. You have a very good shot. So, seriously, great job, NPC. Corn Dan, thank you for the game. I'm going to have to let you both go unless you have something to plug real quick, NPC.
Friday, Fast as Furs is going to be happening, and I'm going to be doing a game called Just Shapes and Beats.
So we had on Don't Make Us Bored.
It's going to be worth a shot to watch that. If you've never seen NPC play it, it's a lot of fun.
It's a cool rhythm game. It's legitimately, watch it.
Yeah, seriously. So Yeah, we'll have to share links when that starts up. I was going to submit and completely forgot, because welcome to my life. That's whatever. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, so everybody check that out when it's on. I'll definitely like either raid or let people know on Twitter when it's happening. But yeah, good luck on that. Otherwise, I think I'll go ahead and let you go. Take care.
Take it easy.
Bye, and see you, Corndan. Well, everybody, Kusog7ande. This is our 7th year. Don't you like that? Everybody, Kusog7ande. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. That's the end of the thought there. Let me go ahead and... I hate this music. Why do I even have this in my playlist? Let's move on to the next one. Something else. Give me something else. There we go. I'm just waiting for one small thing to update. Seriously, thank you everybody who has followed, who has subscribed, and who has helped to support the channel. This is the 7th year. We announce prizes for the bracket right before we start the bracket, and it all depends on how much I am able to do. So if you wish to drop a sub or send in a little something through PayPal or join the Patreon, you are welcome to do that. All of the support that you can give is appreciated. And if you're not able to, just like following or letting other people know that this is happening is great. I am very happy when people do that as well.